It's a happy Halloween in Baltimore as Roquan Smith has been traded from the Chicago Bears to your Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everybody. Tyler Jones here with breaking news on the Ravens rundown as we are all over it today as the Baltimore Ravens are getting very serious about a Super Bowl run, adding in one of the best linebackers in the National Football League. We're going to break it all down. What an exciting day for Ravens fans. The identity of the Ravens organization since day one has been about defense and priding themselves on having leaders in that defensive area that really just dominate, that are just gamers, just ball out. And Roquan Smith now gets the torch handed to him to carry on that legacy and that tradition that has made the Ravens great for so long. Here's what Adam Schefter had to say of ESPN with the reports of the compensation that's included. The Ravens give up a second and a fifth-round pick to bring in Roquan Smith to the Baltimore Ravens. So, with that, what an exciting day, huh? It's only Monday, folks. Give me your one-word reaction to the Ravens trading for Roquan Smith. I got my one word here in just a second, but I want to hear from you first. Get down in the comment section. Get rowdy for me. Give me your one-word reaction to the Ravens bringing Roquan Smith to Baltimore. Folks, this is why you subscribe to the channel. The latest Ravens breaking news, trades, free agency, and more. We're going to cover it here on all in one place here. Look, the Ravens didn't wait till deadline day. They got a deal done today, and we didn't wait any longer to get you a video of my reaction, my thoughts on this, folks. Just unbelievable. This is why you subscribe. Subscribe now for the latest happenings on your favorite team. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment as well. YouTube.com/RavensTV. My one word, I'm going to say it 3 times. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I mean, just unbelievable. The Ravens made this move for a player of this caliber. And look, Roquan Smith has been really good already to start his NFL career, but I am of the belief that the best is still yet to come with Roquan Smith. A 2-time Pro Bowler, or All-Pro selection, second-team All-Pro from 2020 to 2011. Now, he is currently on the last year of his current contract that pays him about $9.74 million. And he clearly wasn't happy in Chicago. Now, the scenario, in case you don't know, to kind of walk you back a bit of what happened this offseason, Roquan Smith wanted to get paid. The Bears were not willing to pay him the money that he wanted. He requested a trade back in the offseason. Ultimately, no trade was done. He still ended up reporting and did not hold out, did not miss any games or anything, but wasn't happy. And so then we all wondered if a deal was going to get done, if we were going to see them ship him off, or if they were going to reopen negotiations again after this season. And ultimately, the Bears are in a situation where they have new management this year, and Roquan Smith felt like that the new management had disrespected him, that he wasn't getting what he felt he deserved, quite frankly. And that's why, ultimately, the sides could not come up with a deal, and Roquan Smith ends up in Baltimore. The Ravens give up 2 draft picks. And the statistics on Roquan Smith, let's show you these right now. Currently, for this season, you can see the statistics off the charts for 2022. 2021, 2020, 2019, a lot of tackles for Roquan Smith. He has been a tackling machine over the years, folks. 163 last year, including 12 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. And if you look at this Ravens team of where they're at right now, Roquan Smith slides right into that middle linebacker role, and you'd have to think that he's going to be leading that defense for a very long time. We could talk numbers at you all day when it comes to Roquan Smith. But I want to point to one game in particular with Roquan this year against the Houston Texans. A game that he just dominated, that he was the best man on the field without question. What did he do against the Texans this year? 16 tackles in one game. 16 tackles. 2 tackles for loss, 1 interception, and a pass defended. I mean, that's unreal. I mean, he's just built different. Let's put it that way. Look, Roquan Smith isn't going to lead your team in sacks. That's not what he's asked to do. But he's going to make plays, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with and get plenty of tackles and just be a machine out there. He is a madman. So, for me, I look at this. I love it. You didn't have to give up a whole lot. You are going to have to pay him. More on that in just a second. But for me, I don't see how this isn't an A. Okay? I mean, yeah, you give up a second and a fifth-round pick. But in actuality, were your chances of your second and fifth-round pick being equal to Roquan Smith very high? No. I mean, and that's not a knock on any player or anything like that. But the chances of finding a Roquan Smith caliber player with those two draft picks combined were just not that high. So you have a sure bet, a sure thing in Roquan Smith. How could this not be an A for the move the Ravens made here? I love it. Great move by the Ravens to bring in Roquan Smith. Rate it for me in the comments section how you would grade the move to bring Roquan Smith to Baltimore. Today's show is presented by BetUS. And I got to tell you, if you're a Ravens fan, you got to be pretty excited. The bets are going to start coming in for the Ravens to be a Super Bowl threat and to make a deep playoff run with an addition like this. Now, you can get your bets in, whether it's on the Ravens to win the Super Bowl or win this upcoming week, or if you want to bet on college football or NBA, I don't care, whatever it may be. BetUS is the place to do it. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code CHAT125 for a 125% deposit bonus. You put $100 down, you get $125 to spend for free. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code CHAT125. Now, you don't make this trade unless you plan to pay Roquan Smith, period. Now, at the time that we are taping this, folks, we are under the assumption that Roquan Smith and the Ravens have a deal in mind of some sorts, an extension that they're going to go to. But remember, it's not just that you have this money for Roquan Smith. This also plays a role in the Lamar Jackson situation, too. What does it mean for Lamar's future, about him getting paid? Is there enough of the pie to go around for everybody? That remains to be seen. But I can tell you this right now. You do not make this move unless you are 110% certain you are going to pay Roquan Smith for the long term. They're all in. They're going with Roquan Smith here. Now let's see. What's going to be left over for Lamar remains to be seen. Immediately, Roquan Smith is your starting middle linebacker. He's your guy there. And this group looks really good. Patrick Queen, Odafe Owe, you have depth. And what have we talked about all year with this Baltimore Ravens team? That there were depth issues, right? When it came to the linebackers and pass rushers, we've seen this team deal with a number of injuries this year. And now you add in Roquan Smith. Not only do you get an all-pro caliber player here, but Josh Bynes as your backup is not a bad thing. A.J. Klein, who you brought over from the Giants recently, rotating in. And some of these other pieces here, this is going to work out okay. If something were to happen to Roquan Smith or Odafe Owe or whoever it may be, you have pieces to work with here. This Ravens team has had some unfortunate looks, some of the worst luck of any team in football when it comes to the injury bug, offense and defense both. Add in Roquan Smith. Let's see where this goes. I'm excited. How can you not be excited about this move? And this is a Ravens move, so much so, right? Look, we've talked a lot on this channel about the Ravens potentially bringing in another wide receiver or something like that. But when you talk about the identity of Baltimore, Roquan Smith is a Raven. He is. I mean, he just looks like he plays like a Baltimore Raven. Are they Super Bowl contenders now with this move? Does this put the Ravens over the edge? I told you a couple days ago, I said, look, the Ravens are good enough now as is to win the division and make the playoffs, but they needed to make another kick, another step if they wanted to take things up a notch and compete for the Super Bowl. Here you go, folks. You asked for it, you got it. This is the move here. Now they've come to play. they've come to play. As always, you can follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all that. I'll have more on the Roquan Smith trade as we get more information on those social media platforms, and I'll see you next time. Happy Halloween, everybody.